Chris Barner here, Power Training TV, all things power related. Just read a message from a guy. He was talking to me about his 40-yard dash. Basically what he was telling me was his 40-yard dash is about a 4.6. He's a wide receiver. He is electronically timed in the 10-yard dash at 1.33, which is very exceptional, but he's saying he loses it in his stride. So basically a 1.33 should translate to a much better 40-yard dash, but something's losing it from the 10 over to the 40. So that last 30 yards is where he's basically losing it. There's a couple things here. First of all, if you're naturally, don't change shit about your 10 if you're getting a 1.33 electronically. That is great. There's a couple things that could be here. I don't want to nitpick at your transitions or anything like that, but obviously something's being lost here. Just from what you're telling me on the thing, I'm going to offer you two things to start paying attention to. First of all, if you want to get better at the 40-yard dash, you really need to assess yourself. Film yourself running it and figure out what it is. 9 times out of 10, if you're one of these wide receivers or running backs with just pure all-out raw athleticism, there's a couple things you might be doing wrong. Let me go over the first one real quick. So what I see on a lot of guys and a lot of these running backs is when they go, they're running, they're basically going through that full extension and that long swooping motion back and then coming back. So basically they're really putting a lot of effort in pushing through the ground and coming through each one. If you find yourself doing that, get a side view of yourself running top speed and see if that's what you're doing. If that's what you're doing, you need to focus on coming more forward and then up, boom. Basically what you're doing is you're snapping, you're pulling forward, everything's going forward, and then you're popping that heel back to the butt and then being able to go through the cycle again. So it might just be something in your running cycle. Now, I must warn you, this is something you need to gradually learn. Don't just go out there and run the 40-yard dash like I did when I was trying to learn that, because I was very more into the power aspect. And then when I tried this, I tweaked my hamstring recently, overstriding. So one thing to help this out is start doing striders. Start opening up your hips and start pushing forward more, almost like you're bounding in the front. So basically you're doing almost like striders. You're pushing out and you're focusing more on the hamstring, relaxing when you're reaching out, striking and coming. You don't want to overly do it, but you want to do this at about a 75% intensity and get the feeling of what it's like to go forward instead of pushing deep into the ground and having that long swooping action in the back end. This is what I typically see with my football players, so that's what I'm going to offer for you today. If it's something else, hit me back and I'll work with you on a one-on-one basis. I hope that helps. Check it out, try it out. Chris Barner, Power Training TV.